name is Joe Gagliardi, and today I'll be making a traditional Spanish dish for you. It's Arroz con Pollo, which translates to chicken and rice. Okay, so what we will do first is you get your chicken breast and you cube it, slice it up and cube it on your cutting board. So we have our cubed chicken. That's seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic, and garlic and onion powder. Then we also have our rice. We have 1 cup of rice that we need for this for this recipe. This one is brown rice. In our recipe, we use white rice. They're interchangeable depending on how healthy you want to be with your food. Also, we have sofrito, this mixture right here. This is a marinade that's used in many traditional Spanish recipes. It's basically the base for most of their dishes. It's a combination of onions, peppers, and cilantro. Very, very fragrant and very pungent taste. We also are using tomato sauce and chicken broth also in our rice. That will add a little bit of flavor, also thicken it out a little bit. Doesn't need to be used, but I do feel that of the recipes that I've seen on Arroz con Pollo, most do use a little bit of chicken stock, chicken broth. And then finally, we also use 2 packets. One is sazon, and the other one is jamon. These are packets. They're just little flavor packets. You're going to be using about half a packet each for each one. Okay. So, as we were talking, I had my pan heating up. So our first order of business is to add about, I'd say about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. We're gonna brown our chicken in this, so you want your pan nice and hot, and you wanna just use a little bit of olive oil to coat it. Like I said, it was warming up, so just hoping it didn't splash. Okay, so now we add our chicken in. Okay, now just slide it around a little bit so it gets even. And as that is browning a little bit, I'll introduce, let me turn this down. Okay, so as this is getting brown, like I said before, we're going to be adding about 2 to 3 tablespoons of sofrito. And also, we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of tomato sauce. All right. Okay, I'll be adding this sofrito now. Again, be a little careful with this. This is it has a lot of water in this, in sofrito. So when you add it to the oil, you might get a little bit of splashing. So just be aware of that so you don't hurt yourself. And like I said, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of tomato sauce. Mix that up. And then we also add, like I said before, we also add our seasoning packets. This is our sazon. We're going to add about half of that. And then we're also going to add our jamon seasoning as well. Okay. Mix that up. Now you want to make sure when you put these ingredients in, you want to make sure you mix them all up so that that it's evenly distributed on the chicken. You don't want to have one piece of flavor, very flavorful chicken, and one piece that doesn't taste like anything. So you want to make sure you have everything nice and mixed up and browned on both sides. Okay, When this is done, which will be another couple seconds, I'll be adding in our 1 cup of rice. Okay, that's 1 cup of rice, and now we stir to coat it. Make sure, again, it's all evenly coated. Now again, this is a very traditional recipe. This is, could be a daily recipe. A lot of Spanish people do eat this daily because it's an easy recipe, and it's very hearty. It fills you up, and it also gives you a lot of protein and a lot of carbohydrates for the rest of the day. So it's a very good meal. It's cheap, and like I said, one of the best meals I've had. So I definitely highly recommend it. Okay, so now our rice is nicely coated. Stir that nicely. Finally, we're going to add some chicken broth. This is our chicken broth. It's about a cup, a little bit, 3/4 to a cup. Again, that's for some added flavor. Okay. When we do that, we're going to lower our temperature. We want to lower it to a simmer, so that's a lower setting. So we're going to just make sure this is nice and mixed up. Okay, we're going to simmer this until the rice is cooked. I'd say we're going to cover it. Make sure to keep the moisture in. So once the moisture's in, we're going to cover it. It should cook to about 20 minutes to a half an hour, I would say. You'll know the chicken is very soft and flavorful, and the rice is also very flavorful and light. So fast forward, and out comes our final product. Our final product here is our Arroz con Pollo, our chicken, our rice. I put on the side a little bit of a avocado. That's also a huge ingredient in Spanish food. Please excuse that it's getting a little mushy. It's very hot today. This goes very well with another product of Puerto Rico, which is Bacardi rum. It is made in Puerto Rico. It is their national drink. So this pairs very well with a Coca-Cola, so some rum and Coke, and your arroz con pollo, and you'll have your traditional Spanish meal. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy. Have a good one.